Hello! It's been a little bit. And Norma, again, I try not to make it obvious that time has gone by, but I have to in this particular case because this comes with a slight disclaimer. The reason that I have not been recording, and my voice may give it away, I had a cold and I could not talk for a week. So I'm mostly back to normal, but if there are like weird awkward pauses where all of a sudden there's just like a moment of silence out of nowhere, it's probably because I started coughing and had to fix my face. But we should be okay. We should. So now that we are awake again, let us look. What is here? Oh, radish icon, tell me the news. Home Dome. Mortgage got you down. New app allows you to rent out your bathroom as a public toilet. Oh my god. That actually does seem like something that would happen.
Hey, boyo. At work all day. Very bored. Work sucks.
I know.
Crap Falcon, more like it.
It's true. Hello, Bea. Hey. Got a call from Miss Miranda. Apparently she's upset that we messed up her basement. Whatever. She didn't pay us to clean it up. I'm at work all day. Just saying if you want to say hello. I am here to be helloed at. And we will. We will hello. Because this is the Bea run and we're hanging out with Bea. Sorry, Gregg. I'm sorry, Gregg. We hung out with you in the alternate timeline and now we have to hang out with Bea in this one because Bea is cool. Did he move the boxes yet?
No.
Father, move the boxes. I wonder if you can learn to talk to birds. That's it? Alright then. I suppose you can probably learn some forms of communication with birds. Secret pathway? No. Yes. Why? Because I can. Oh, Mom's not looking too good. Morning. Long night. Yeah. I went to work with Bea. Oh, are you going to work there? No, Mom, I was just tagging along. Though I was, like, really useful. Mm-hmm. It was a new and exciting feeling. Mm-hmm. You okay? Yeah, just been doing boring adult stuff. What kind of adult stuff? I'm adult stuff. Just like budget, bills, numbers. A lot of adulthood is number stress. That sounds bad. I'm bad at numbers. Oh, I remember. Okay, well, I'm gonna head out. Mm-hmm. Have a nice day. Mother. Numbers, numbers, numbers. Oh, poor cat mom. Poor Miss Borowski. Okay, so there is apparently a thing, and I will get to it in a moment. It's not here. But apparently if you stand up on top of one of these poles, there's a something. You guys still digging, huh? Alright. Okay, let's go and see up here if it is on top of this. Yeah, there it is. Okay. When the flood happened that one year, this pole fell over. And I was scared it'd somehow electrify the water all over the neighborhood. And it'd stay that way. And I was kind of afraid of taking a shower or turning on the faucet for weeks. After the flood, it laid in our front yard for 2 weeks. We had something similar happen up here. I'll tell you about it in a second. Like a big, dead thing. But then they put it back up. And I could see it from my window at night. And it felt spooky for some reason. Spooky pole. Undead friend. Watching me from the curb. Cool. So yeah, we actually had, up here, we had a hurricane a few years ago. Oop, anything in the yards? Because sometimes there's things in the yards. But we had a hurricane out here No, it was the blizzard. The hurricane too, actually. We had a hurricane and a blizzard in the same year that were both so bad that they both knocked out power for like a week each. I think it was 2 weeks with the for some people with the blizzard. I'll continue that in a second. Totally, what's up, smellers? You know what's good? Off the top of my head? Not bleeding on your seat in junior high, not falling in a trash can and puking on yourself, or not seriously injuring someone during your first kiss at senior prom. Oh. These are all good. I think we said the first one before. I'm gonna say not seriously injuring someone during your first kiss at senior prom. I was gonna say those fruit snack things we used to eat in grade school. This is not the right voice for Summers. Oh, right. Yeah, those were really good. Did that other thing happen to you? That's Summers. Nope. Wanna hear a new poem? Y'all. Sometimes I like fruit snacks out by the train tracks. Decent. A juice box and headphones. I enter the juice zone. Geez, those are like all I want now. You made them sound so real. I can taste the atomic dino snacks in the blue clear squeezer. Thanks. I think Mr. Jazakov's up there again. Oh, really? He's gonna fall right on the stoop one day. I can see the water tower from my back window. Seen a fire up by there the other night. Wonder who is up there. I'm gonna go check, because I think that might mean there are people on that part of the thing last night. Now. You're gonna make my dog anxious. And she poops a lot when she's anxious. Thank you for letting me know that about your dog. Anyway, back to the blizzard and hurricane. Nope. The thing of note was that a pole did actually come down in a neighborhood not far from where I live. And it was there for so long. Bunny that I can't talk to and I wanted to in the last one. I remember you. The pole was down for so long that the people... It fell in front of a cul-de-sac out in the woods. So it was like road and then nothing. And, it was there for so long that the people started to, they didn't have water, they didn't have power, and they started to run out of things, and they were trapped. And the power company still had not come to get it. So what happened was one of the people in the neighborhood had a chainsaw, and he came out and cut up the power pole, which is, like, super dangerous because it's still attached to wires, but they had no choice. They couldn't leave. They cut it up into pieces, and they dragged it out of the road so that people could get out. And the power company tried to sue them for damaging their property. And the state turned around and went, if you sue them, we're countersuing you because this is insane. And the power company backed off, which is good. They got like so much shit for those two events because people were without power for so long. It is a miserable thing to be without electricity, especially in winter, let me fucking tell you. Me, Borowski. Yep. Up here, on my roof. Yep. Come to hunt some dusk stars. Yeah. Come, have a look. Time to burn my face. Ah, my eyes. Filter. Ugh. Time to look for wibbly wobblies. That is the edge of the universe. Oh. This one. Yes. Boom. Found one. Let's see. Ah, yes. Simone the fighter. She got a gun. Simone lived in a good land, but under every good land are the roots of oppression. And in this land, those roots took hold and choked out all else. That was poetic, Mr. Chazikov. Or geez, I'm gonna say that was poetic. That's poetic, Mr. Chazikov. Yeah, thanks. I was just reading the summary off my phone. We may not have signal, but we have Wi-Fi. Anyway, when the borders closed and the curfew began, Simone and her comrades began to plot. They infiltrated, they sabotaged, they freed prisoners. Very nice. Simone was one of the first to be identified, but she evaded capture even as the wanted posters went up. As whispers of her grew throughout the land, more and more of her neighbors prayed in the night that Simone would be their salvation. That's a lot of pressure for one person. She was not alone, of course. She was but one part in a growing organism, but she became a symbol. It is difficult to think of many things, so sometimes having a symbol for all of them is important. And he is correct. Hello, Mr. Chazikov. Like numbers. We do not know where Simone is buried. God damn it, I knew this wasn't going to be happy. We do know that when things boiled over, she led a charge against the palace gates. And behind those gates were cannons. Oh no. Many years later, when the mass graves were exhumed, her bones were mixed with so many others. It was said that she now lives on in the bones of all in her country. Jeez, that got dark and sad and spooky. That is history. It's like a bittersweet kind of story. It's a kind of immortality, too, where people are like, oh, I want to live, I want people to remember me after I die. I don't want to be forgotten. But in a way, everybody kind of is. You can only really be remembered for what people thought you were and who people thought that you were, as opposed to maybe who you actually were. I think that's why so many of our heroes keep getting knocked down several pegs when the truth about who they actually were comes out. I found one! Let's have a look. Sterling the Seer. How come I've never heard of these guys? By the time they got to these rare stars, the well-known myths and legends were taken. This one, Sterling, is a tale of the world changing and leaving one behind. These are all gonna be bummers, huh? That is not for me to say. Is it a bad thing for the world to move on? Well, I mean, this guy probably doesn't think so. Either way, one day, his king met a new sage, an astronomer. And she showed the king how the planets and stars orbit in regular patterns and why. And the king kicked Sterling out of his quarters, for the seer had long told the king a different story about the stars. Did Sterling believe his own story, or that sounds fair? I think we asked this question last time, so I'll say this. Oh, that sounds fair. Is there no responsibility to care for those whose labors, even one's universe, are suddenly replaced with a new one? Are they obsolete? That's how life is, or no? That's a tough question, actually, because those certain thought patterns and belief systems do become obsolete over time as we learn more about how the world works. Not necessarily in a malicious way, but sometimes those old thought patterns are detrimental and dangerous to people because they set up ideas about racism that people used to believe. People used to believe that there was scientific evidence that one group of people was inferior to another, and they would cite it all the time. And that kind of thought process is unacceptable, so I feel like May's a little bit cynical in this case, so we'll just say, that's how life is. So you believe that some should go hungry and without homes because they are no longer useful to those in power? Well, geez, Mr. Chazagov, when you put it that way. These stars, they make one think. I didn't expect him to say that to us. That's both of them for today. Neato. I don't think May would let people go hungry, but I do think May is cynical enough to be like, well, after a while, your job does become obsolete. Wow, that was pretty great. I think she'd have that point of view because of how her father's lost his job so many times. Come by again. Couple days. We shall hunt the stars. Yay, Sterling and the moon. Excellent. Next up, we're going to go feed our children because I forgot to last time because I'm a bad person. I wish I could talk to you because you seem unique and interesting, but you're just here hanging out and being tempting. Curse you. You seem like something important, but you're not. Okay, let's go down here and get a bagel for our babies. And by bagel, I mean pretzel. Dear, life long gone. Kids don't care. Tunnel fish are always there. Yeah, man. Oh God, please don't listen. Is the lady here again? She is, Miss Rosa! We'll talk to Miss Rosa and then go get a thing. Hey, Miss Rosa. Oh, hello, May. How are you feeling today? Oh, I feel the damp and the cold down here. But it's in my bones wherever I go. So no harm. Do you want to talk about Granddad? Oh, yes. Where was I? Something about a tide rolling out, troublemakers in my family. Right. Back then, there were places that brought us all together. Or at least brought us together in bits and bobs. The old Smokies. The Grand Bears. The Lodge of Old. The Church and the Union. There'd be dances. Up at the HB. That's where I met your granddad, a lifetime ago. What was he like back then? Plain in most respects. Prone to fits of melancholy. But funny and wild when the occasion called. Sounds like May's a lot like her grandpa.
Surprising is, I guess, the word. What'd your daddy say about him?
Strict but nice, distant but trying. Distant but trying?
Sounds right.
That sounds... You alright, Miss Rosa?
Oh, yes. Let's talk another time.
Okay. Hope you, feel better?
Oh, May. Oh, dear May.
Okay, well... Please don't watch me steal this. I bet some rat babies would love a delicious pretzel. I'm gonna use this control because the other one is being slightly weird. Oh. Like dinosaurs. Hi. I see you. Looking slightly in my direction. Come on. Yes. This is unfairly easy now. Give me a break, mate. It's one of the few games I'm good at. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Anybody down here? Children? Kids? No. Okay, fine. Let's go to the church. Now I can think of suddenly is that Vine. The let's go to the beach Kinmajudge one. Kinmajudge. Anyway. Church. Oh, let's go see if there's anybody out by that rock, because Selmer said she saw a campfire. So maybe that means somebody's hanging out there. Along with Bruce. Mr. Bruce. Mr. Brucey Bruce. Mr. Bruce, I don't know your last name. You're just Bruce. And you're not up here right now for some reason. Are you over here by the cliff burrows? There he is! Bruce, hello. Seen a fire through the trees last night. Past these woods here. Weird noises. I just kept to myself. And they went away. That sounds spooky. Oh, where? Right over there. Past the water tower. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a place where the teens hang out. Let's hope that's all it was. In my experience, strange fire and strange voices ain't never been good. You wonder if they'll be back. Hope not. Okay, well, it was nice seeing you, Bruce. Hug. Bye, Bruce. Based on what I know from the previous game, I wonder if that's a hint of some of the spooky spookumness. Some of the horrors that lie in store for us later. My cat is staring at me. She observes. Alright, let's go in the church. Give me 1 second. There we go. Throat's starting to feel a little scratchy. Making pretty good progress, though, despite that. It's Mom, and she's depressed. Hey, Mom. Can't talk today. Lots to do. Really? What could possibly be going on? Well, sweetie, we have the town council here today. And after that, a 12-step program meeting in the basement. Oh, wow. And I'm doing both church budget and our budget at the same time. I'll leave you alone then. Thanks, hon. I think if I talk to her, she just says she needs space. Honey, I really do need to concentrate. Okay. Sorry, just wanted to make sure we cleared out talking to you so we can have the payoff later. The town meeting of the guys who want progress but are kind of ineffectual about the whole thing. He's very nice. Yeah, and he can be like the first. A trial run. Where would you put him? Oh, in the basement. Or in the old library? With all the books? He's not going to eat them. Interesting proposal, Kate. Yes, thank you for bringing this to us. I look forward to us moving forward together on this. It will be brought up at the town council meeting.
Oh, that's wonderful.
All right, troops, move out. Bye. Oh boy.
How's things?
Okay, weird dreams.
Want to talk about it?
Not really.
I dreamed I was trapped in a wall.
Jeez.
No, it was fine. I knew the rescue crew was coming in a few hours, and it was cozy. So I could take a nap guilt-free.
You feel guilty about naps?
Wish I didn't.
How's that whole thing with Bruce going?
I'm hopeful and positive.
That sounds like what someone says when they're not.
It's fine, mate. It's going fine.
Okay, if you're sure. Let's go out into the world. Actually, give me a second. I'm going to grab a cough drop while the screen loads me into the next zone.
I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers over on Patreon and give a special shout out to Desaren Pompidou and Jan Chalen. Thank you guys so much for your continued support.
Hey everyone! Thanks for watching. Like what you saw? Have thoughts you want to share? Let me know in a comment. Want to help my channel grow? Then share with your friends. Or subscribe so that you never miss a new video. If you'd like to help me out and get some neat rewards, consider supporting me on Patreon. Thank you so much, you guys. I really couldn't do it without you.